Playing the Wasteland PC game in modern times can only elicit feelings of appreciation. Appreciation not only for how far video games have gotten as a medium throughout the years, but also for how difficult and innovative it must have been to develop games in those dark times when RAM memory was counted in kilobytes and storage space in a couple of megs. The game is also a testament to the type of imagination and honestly time that gamers had back then, when you didn't have anywhere between 7 and 10 games installed on your hard drive that were clamoring for your attention, not to mention multiplayer stuff. See me after the intro for more Wasteland. Playing the Wasteland video game reminded me fondly of mods, because if you want to do anything with any relevant speed, you'll have to do it by typing commands on your keyboard. The Wasteland video game itself is pretty hardcore, much like other CRPGs of the era, like the Ultima series. You randomly roll your stats. Granted, you can reroll as many times as you like, but you have to reroll all of them, and I super love that. I'm not a big fan of min-maxing characters. Healing is also a bit weird, especially from a modern CRPG perspective, and while there's no insta-death per se, death is permanent. Members gain experience when and if they give the kill shot. Participating to a kill doesn't result in them getting any XP rewards. All of them need to participate though, because the enemies are not necessarily difficult by their lonesome, but you tend to fight 2 or 3 of the same thing during the same encounter, and have several encounters one after the other. The damage will add up quickly, and this, combined with the rather dubious healing, means that you need to be rather tactical in regards to where you fight and how much fighting you actually do. The game also features interesting, original and very thematic enemies, and I have to say the animations aren't half bad either, considering the spatial limitations I mentioned earlier. Another thing that is different when playing an old game such as Wasteland 1, mostly because of the pixels are anything and everything aesthetic capabilities of the time. Exploring every square of the map is important because you won't see things located there until you are on top of them. Also, there's no actual minimap or journal features to speak of, so you'll either have to write stuff down or actually remember names and places. Wasteland also managed to give me a new experience in terms of playing video games. I actually had to read most of the world's descriptions from a separate document because there wasn't enough space to store the 24 pages of text on ye-olde floppies. And it just goes to show, sometimes in order to experience something new, you have to go to the past. Wasteland 1 comes from the prehistoric age in terms of computer game sound effects. When you move, there's a bunch of really annoying beeps and clicks produced by your speakers. It can get quite grating on the ears after a while, especially when you want to move faster. But the current version of Wasteland 1 available on Steam comes with a great modern soundtrack created initially as a fan tribute by Edwin Montgomery. After hearing it, the guys over at In Exile decided to use it for their fresh release of Wasteland 1. The soundtrack will start playing in the background the moment you start up Wasteland, and it's a very nice atmosphere builder populated with moody tracks that subtly reflect the desolation of the game world. Nowadays, beside the hardcore nature and uber nostalgic retro appeal, Wasteland still has a major word to say in terms of the post-apocalyptic RPG genre. The mind would obviously jump to the Wasteland 2 video game that got successfully crowdfunded through Kickstarter and is not only out, but even a director's cut version was recently released, which I'll review once I get to play it. But Wasteland's legacy is a bit richer than that. Wasteland led to the creation of the Fallout franchise. Fallout came to be when the original creators of Wasteland wanted to make a sequel for it, but couldn't get the property back from EA. References to Wasteland, the game, can be found all throughout the entirety of the Fallout franchise, but mostly the first 2. So, if you consider yourself a Fallout completionist, then there's no way to skip the game that started it all. You have to venture into the Wasteland. Thank you for watching. This has been my Wasteland 1 review. If you enjoyed it, do not hesitate to like and share the video, and also check out the rest of my channel for other geeky reviews. Until next time, I've been Ștefan Eremia, and I'll see you soon.